New subject. I was talking to Rocco earlier about how I was watching Season 2 of 24. I don't know if anybody here
48
or online has watched 24. It should be 48 because by that point, it's 48 hours of crazy nonsense. Every season of 24, they should change the name and
72
add 24 more hours.
That'd be cool.
Brilliant. If only that show were still around. Anyways,
96.
Season 2 of 24. I remember when that show first came out, it was so technologically advanced. Like, whoa, this is state of the art. I watch it now. Technology is still state of the art. Everything else about that show reeks of the year 2002.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, all this wireless technology. Wow, that's cool. That's still up to date. Look at that fucking flip out haircuts on all these girls. What the fuck is up with that? And it really just made me think, like, man, technology has really kind of stopped progressing. Really? And I was talking to Rock about it, and it really just, I started thinking all about it. I got kind of sad. I was like, Steve Jobs is dead, man. Who's the next cool inventor? He's gone.
I think technology's still progressing. I think it's probably not as overt.
Maybe it's in different ways.
That's what I said. I just said it slowed down. That's it. It's just really sad. Mm-hmm. That's probably why they had to stop 24, because it's like...
There's no new technology.
We're caught up.
Yeah.
We're caught up.
We did it, guys.
I have a question.
We did the show in 12.
I mean, technology's still going, but the thing is, what was good about Steve Jobs is he was someone everyone focused on.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get that back. Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting to see.
This is what I really felt watching 24. I just felt like that decade, the noughties, the early 2000s, it's definitely over. We're in the year 2012 now. We're starting a new decade. And it's just like kind of the same feeling I had in 2002 when I realized, man, the 90s are over. They've been over for a few years. It's time to move on to the next era.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I was watching 24. I was like,
time to move on.
That first decade of the 2000s is over. New era shit.
We're in the teens of the 2000s.
It ain't 2004 anymore.
Do you feel like what did you call them, the noughties?
Yeah, what was that?
Was that what you call that decade, the 00?
I've heard that before.
Okay.
I've never heard that.
Do you feel like that had like a really distinct voice though? I felt like it was like a real like
welcome,
a real like amalgamation of like old stuff.
You say that now, but I think
that's where the internet is
over the
loaded.
I think over the next 2 to 3 years, you're going to start realizing what specifically defined that era and what is gone now.
So you think like
and this is why watching 24 kind of shined a spotlight on that era, because first of all, the first thing you notice is the fashion. Like, wow, fashion has changed since back then. There's a definite shift.
Yeah.
Like, the style of 2004 is fucking old. Mm-hmm. Like, you watch Lost now, Evangeline Lilly is no longer the hottest woman on Earth. Mm-hmm. She kind of looks a little dated. And I feel like...
That bitch.
That fucking bitch. What defined that era was this progress of technology. You have stuff like MP3 players being revolutionized, iPods coming out, iPads, wireless technology, touchscreen interface, retina scans. I think you're going to see over the next few years, this surge in technology is going to decline. Like, video games got really cool over the last 10 years. It's kind of starting to slow down. We've done it all.
You're saying it's crested and we're on a down.
I think that was what the noughties or aughties or that decade was about. Like, new technology, supercomputer shit. Where do we go from here? 2012. What's the new decade going to be about?
Who knows? You tell us.
Who knows?
Like
another thing, watching 24, like, terrorism scares and Guantanamo Bay, and, like, all that stuff from, like, Bush-era politics, watching that, it's just like, yeah, you know what? I feel like we're in a little bit of a different climate now. Mm-hmm. Things have changed. You know what? If they did a season of 24 now, I bet Jack Bauer have to go into fucking Wall Street and tear that fucking bull down.
He better.
Probably.
If nobody tears that down.
24 hours to tear down that ball.
I'll leave America.
24 hours.
They don't.
24 hours to solve this economic crisis.
You know, it's been like 8 years. No. Why did I say 8 years? It's been 12 years since we elected Bush. Mm-hmm. So what happened? Because I know all those celebrities said they were going to leave the United States. Are they still moving? Or
I'm going to vote for Bush again.
Well, the moving trucks
come back.
Yeah, I want Bush back.
Remember what's her name? Barbara Streisand said she was going to leave the United States if he won.
I think Alec Baldwin said it too.
Hey, when I hear extreme shit like that, even if I hate George Bush, I really want him to win.
Yeah.
like extreme shit.
Yeah, just
makes
see
you go,
it. Just see
okay,
those sticks.
Well,
let's do it.
Brad
Let's
and
do it.
Angelina weren't going to get married until gay and lesbian couples could get married.
Yeah, what happened there?
How's that
They-
going?
Took too long.
12-year-olds.
Took two.
Their publicist said it took too long.
They figured it would be like a year or two.
Our
12-year-olds?
publicist said it just took too long.
12-year-olds today were born in the year 2000. Whoa. When I was 12, it was 1997.
Wow.
Me,
Ugh.
today's 12-year-olds shared nothing with my 12-year-old world.
My
I was 12, it
cousin,
was-
my cousin's 16 and like just got a Facebook, and I was talking to her last night, and that was freaking me out because
Really?
I'm 26 and she's 16, and it's like we have almost no common ground in which to have a conversation. Like
She wants to talk to you on there?
yeah, like I really have to go down or she has to come up, and then we kind of like meet in the middle, and it's kind of like this weird kind of like conversation that I don't know that either one of us are getting anything out of it, but it's nice to stay in touch with relatives.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what it boils
Oh.
down to.
Before we get too far away from
Oh, yeah.
24,
Yeah.
I've never seen an episode of the show.
Yeah.
It's rad. But
I
It was a full
understand.
episode,
when George Bush was in office, I remember him saying that 24 was his favorite show. So watching that thought pops into my mind whenever some highly illegal, fucking crazy shit goes down. Like,
George Bush was watching.
there are parts of that show where the president tortures people on his own staff to get information out of them. And I'm just watching this thinking like, yeah, George Bush is in the White House watching this, just thinking, yeah, this show
Hey,
fucking
wait.
rules.
I
Okay,
wish
now-
I could do that.
Do you think he saw himself as Jack Bauer?
I think he saw himself as equal parts Jack Bauer and President David Tanner.
Wow.
Barack Obama, pre-Obama.
Yeah.
President Tanner. Well, I understand each episode is, 1 hour in, a 24-hour season? And that's
It's-
one day.
It's one day. The whole
So-
season is one day, and every episode is 1 hour of that day.
Well, my question is, in between seasons, is that, I
Years
would have
go
so,
by.
well, hold on. I would have so much respect if the show was, after season 1, season finale, he goes home, goes to bed. Season 2 opening is him waking up. That buffer period was just that night, and then day 2 starts right then.
Day 2 starts equally crazy day. Like,
Yeah.
I thought yesterday was bad.
It's just like this guy.
Today's even worse.
But maybe season 1, you wouldn't get a good outcome. There'd have to be a cliffhanger, so you'd come back for season 2. So maybe it's like, oh my god, we can't do this, but I'm so exhausted, I have to just sleep. Oh, here's a cot in this
Yeah,
missile
as
silo.
the seasons go on, Jack Bauer gets more and more tired
Yeah.
because he hasn't slept. By season 7, he's going on a week of
Yeah, he
no
has not
sleep.
slept. He's found little cubby holes in between seasons to doze off in.
So every couple episodes, Jack Bauer won't be in it. It'll just keep cutting back to a cubby hole that he's sleeping in.
He's just napping?
No, that's in between seasons. You have to use your imagination.
Yeah, I guess so.
You could maybe
A lot of
buy,
imagination.
maybe when you buy the DVDs, there'd be an extra feature that's 8 hours of a cubby hole, so then you could watch that. Get the 24 hours of season 1. He crawls into a little cubby hole, goes to bed. You watch that 8 hours of the cubby hole's door closed.
Yeah.
I honestly
sounds
don't
like
care at this point.
it sounds like you should work for a major studio. That's what it sounds like.
hey,
that you should include 8 hours of footage of a cubby hole.
Hey,
Jack Bauer
USA!
sleeping in.
Hey, USA! I got ideas. What else you got aside from fucking Raw?
What
on.
else do they have? Psych.
Yeah, what do you watch? Fucking reruns of Monk? Get a fucking clue. Swamp
Anyways.
things off the air, dumb shits. Let's fucking talk business.
24, season 2. Check it out.
How much time passes between season 1 and season 2?
I think about a year.
I'm
That's
just curious. I've never
unbelievable.
Season
seen it.
2 is awesome.
Yeah.
The rest-
How far are you in are you?
I've seen it all.
Oh, shit.
I was just watching some more. I've only seen season 2. I haven't seen any other seasons. I've tuned in and they weren't as cool.
Wow.
Season 2, they discover a plot to detonate a nuclear bomb in Los Angeles that day.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's
Hey, that's a fun plot.
it's cool.
I think that's a crappy premise.
Does he still work for the president?
Too,
Second season?
it's
I'm
too
sorry.
intense.
This guy's just listing off shows on the USA Network. Royal Pains, Burn Notice, and Psych. Nobody watches any of those shows.